Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Columbus Players and welcome to the first video after the rebranding of the channel. And this video is a Scottish Professional Football League Premiership predictions video for the 2018/19 season. Now, as you guys would know if you had watched the channel trailer, which I recommend going back and watching, I am a Celtic fan. So you may think that this preview and prediction is coming from a biased place, but I can assure you it's genuinely not the case. So yes, without further ado, you guys will have to just take my word for that, as there's no way I can prove I'm being unbiased, but you guys have to just believe that. So without any further ado, here's prediction. In 12th place and getting automatically relegated, I predict it'll be the newly promoted side, or one of the two actually, Livingston. Now, this is the team who came up last season via the playoff after beating Partick Thistle over 2 legs, and I personally just don't see them having enough to stay up in this league. I'm unaware of any sort of signings they have made, and I just don't feel that they will have the power and the strength and depth especially to stay in the league, so I'm predicting Livy to come 12th and last. In 11th place and finishing in the position of the relegation playoff, I predict that the team finishing in that position will be St Mirren, the other promoted side, winners of the Championship last season. I could see this coming to not be the case, but it's just how I feel. But again, I was torn between them and the team that I have in 10th to which one was going to finish here. But I just feel that the team who I've got in 10th are more proven to perform to a somewhat decent level, at least in this league. You know, they can pull off decent results, get a few upsets, get a few scalps. So I should probably move on to who I have predicted to finish 10th, and that side was the side that finished 10th last season, Hamilton Academicals. Now, as I say, I was torn whether to put them in 11th or put them in 10th. I just feel compared to St Mirren, they are more proven in the league. Obviously with St Mirren, they were in the league a few years ago. In fact, the first game I went to in the Celtic season ticket holder was against St Mirren. We won 1-0. But yeah, I just feel as of recent, St Mirren are less proven in this league, and as a result, I just put them just ever so slightly below Hamilton. So apologies to any St Mirren supporters, and Hamilton supporters, you're welcome. That's all I'm going to say. You are welcome. And now, the team who I think are going to finish in 9th place will be Dundee. Dundee, again, I don't see them doing anything special. Don't see them pushing for a top 6 finish. 9th, just one of those positions. I think they'll just about be safe in the division. I think it will be tight down the bottom of the table, but 9th seems a bit right for Dundee. So hopefully, from their fans' point of view, it'll just be a sort of a quote-unquote boring season with no dramas, sort of either end of the table. But yeah, as for the team I have finishing 8th, the prediction that I'm going to make is to have St Johnstone finishing in 8th position. Again, St Johnstone is one of those teams who could quite easily push for top 6 position, but I just don't see it happening. I think it'll be very close. I think the whole league in the sort of middle section will be quite close from basically 11th to about 6th. Yeah, will be quite tight, quite compact. But yeah, so I see St Johnstone finishing in 8th position. In 7th place, and just missing out on the top 6 finish, I have Kilmarnock. Now again, these two could quite easily be changed around, or even St Johnstone or Kilmarnock could find themselves in the top 6. I just don't see it happening personally. I feel like they just won't have enough to sort of consolidate consistently and be consistent throughout the entirety of the season, particularly prior to the split where they have to face the likes of Celtic, the likes of Rangers, Aberdeen, teams of that calibre. So, who will be facing those teams post-split, you may ask? So in that position, I'm one of the teams who will be facing teams of that quality and calibre post-split. In that position, I feel that the team in said position will be Motherwell. I don't particularly like Motherwell. I don't particularly rate them as a team, but I think they'll just about scrape into the top 6. Not really do much, very unspectacular. As we know from last season, they performed well in the cups. So I feel that again they'll really prioritise cup football, because they're in a position where they pretty much know they're not getting relegated, they're not getting into Europe, so they're just there. So they'll prioritise the cup, which will sort of stunt their progression, sort of, in my opinion, any slim chance they have of getting into the top 3, which is a very slim, like 0.01% chance, in my opinion. So finishing in 5th place, I will predict Heart of Midlothian, Hearts as they are known, and again, this is where it gets sort of tight. The team that I'm going to have in 4th could quite easily finish 5th, and the team that I've got in 5th, Hearts, could quite easily finish 4th. But the top 3, in my opinion, is quite set. I think we can all sort of predict that. Although you guys watching might think that the team I'm actually going to place in 4th, you might be assuming I'm going to place them in 3rd. So in 4th position, I have decided that the team I think will finish in 4th is Rangers. Now, Rangers have finished 3rd last season, but I just feel with the change of manager, Steven Gerrard, they're all getting so hyped up and so excited and so hyper about him, but I just don't feel he'll perform. And I think, to be honest with you, I don't think, without any improvement to the squad, which they don't have the money to make the improvement, but without that improvement, in my opinion, 4th is the best they can do. And they can't get the improvement because they don't have the money to do that, do they? So, in 3rd and qualifying for Europa League qualification, the Europa League qualification round 1 will be Hibernian, Hibs, as they are known. And again, this is just a sort of reversal of the of what happened last season. Now, I don't really think Hibs will improve drastically. I just think because Rangers will drop off, they'll sort of drop past the level that Hibs are at, and all Hibs still overtake them. So yeah, that's why I have Hibs in the position of 3rd place. Not really could I see any drastic improvements from them, but then again, could be proven wrong. They could do worse, could do better than I have predicted, could do the same as I predicted, but due to them improving, rather than Rangers dropping off. as for the runners-up of the Scottish Professional Football League Premiership this season, 2018/19, I have Aberdeen Football Club. Now, this would be the 8th season in a row that the team remaining would have won the league, and I just see that happening. To be honest with you, I can't see past us doing it. So by that logic, Aberdeen have to sort in second. But yeah, so winning the SPFL Premiership, in my opinion, will be Celtic for the 8th time in a row. I just think we've got the best squad. It's quite simple, especially now that Odsonne Edouard has been made a permanent transfer from Paris Saint-Germain for around about 9 million, I do believe. Again, there was a fear with a minority, I would imagine, that he might turn into a sort of Timo Pukki, Stefan Šepovic, John Guidetti type of player. But from the performances in the Champions League qualifiers, we can all see that isn't going to be the case, I don't think. And we can all see that he's going to perform to a high standard. So I think along with the rest of the squad, Odsonne Edouard, or as he is affectionately nicknamed, French Eddie, shall be propelling Celtic to yet another Scottish Professional Football League Premiership title in the 2018/19 season. Anyway guys, I thank you very much for watching this prediction. Leave it in the comments below what you think is going to happen, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, peace.